Hello, friends. Well, now we gotta do a What Do Bitcoiners Need to Know reading. So, let's get started. So, don't worry, like I said, the dates will be up. But this is gonna be for the week, I think the third week of June. So, I want to say like the 20th. Something like that. Like I said, I'll get the dates. Anyway, what do Bitcoiners need to know going into this weekend? I am ambitious and motivated. Well, that's good. A lot of things to get done. I am ambitious and motivated. And that's a lot of energy. That's good. High vibes. Okay. Maybe Bitcoiner's gonna get a bunch of stuff done this weekend. That's good. Doing some stuff, laying the groundwork. Okay. What are you gonna tell us, Cosmic Oracles? Cosmic Oracles. You have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Nice. I feel really good and really strong and really energetic. This is a good read. This is good energy. Going into the weekend like this, wow, powerful. Fiery. Cool. Or I should say, hot. Hot, hot, hot. Burning it up. Wands. Burning it up. Oh, I can't wait to see what the reading is gonna be. Okay. Discernment. Oof. Well, with all this fiery energy, we need to be careful. We need to have discernment. Make some good decisions about all that fire. Okay. Let's see. Discernment, number 6. Oh, look at that. Discernment. As spiritual, physical, and energetic beings, we are oftentimes blur the lines between our energy and the energy of a situation and the energy of another person. Yeah. When we take on other people's energy and label it as our own, we start to judge. This lowers our energetic vibrations. We then get caught up in a seemingly never-ending cycle of bad labeling, justifying, and appropriating what is not ours to claim. The lesson here, as in the previous card, is to be present, not label or judge, and let the energy or feeling wash through you. Once you do this, notice where in your body you feel the effects of the emotion. Does your heart open up? Does your belly hurt? Does your throat get tight? Your head can lie to you, but your body never does. It is easy to become overwhelmed. Make a habit of making your first response to overwhelming energy, "Wow, that's interesting," instead of, "What's wrong with me?" This allows you to objectively discover how and why your body is reacting to the given situation or person. This card is asking you to stop looking outside yourself for answers to an issue. Instead, sit with it and listen. Listen to what your body is telling you. Well, that's good. So maybe that's what we're supposed to do this weekend, is kind of sit with ourselves and figure out what we're hearing. What are we hearing? What is the message? What are we hearing when we sit with ourselves quietly? What's screaming in our heads that needs to quiet? Okay, so what do we need to know for the weekend? Bitcoiners, what do we need to know for the weekend? Oh, end of a cycle. End of a cycle. So we're going into something new. Yeah, well, there's a lot of astrology. This new moon, or this full moon in Capricorn, and then another full moon in Capricorn next month. That's crazy. And Pluto is moving. Pluto is moving into Aquarius, and it's going to stay in Aquarius. I have dog hair. It's going to stay in Aquarius, which is a whole... It's not going back to Capricorn. You know, September, October, November. So, you know, we're living in a new world, literally, because it's not the same as it was. The energy coming from Pluto is extremely strong and extremely influencing and extremely heavy, and when that baby moves, we all feel it. Believe me, we all feel it. Anyway, what's crossing us? Wow, Ace of Pentacles. Divine gift, earth energy though. So, let's see how this spells out. Okay, where are we coming from? Again, strategy, trickery, betrayal maybe. Where we hoping to go? Balance. Where are we going to? Empress. Tools. Queen of Wands. How do we see ourselves? Wow, wrapped up. Environment. Making plans and sowing seeds. And let's see. Hopes and fears, and then final outcome. And like I said, maybe I will leave this like this. Okay, so there we go. So let's look at our story here as it unfolds. So the world is different. We're coming at the end of a cycle and starting something new. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is a divine gift that we've been given, which could be Bitcoin. But we have to be able to use it, and we have to be able to know about it in order to implement it. There's strategy and trickery and other things going on here. It's absolutely nutty right now. There's all kinds of traps, tricks and traps and rug pulls all over. And, you know, that's where we're coming from. We're trying to balance this stuff. We're trying to balance the Bitcoin. We're trying to balance who we are. We're trying to balance the energies and learning about new things in the world. And as the world collapses, we're trying to keep our feet under us. We're going to the Empress, which is someone who is sovereign. She is often pregnant, so very fertile. But she sits in a wheat field. She has everything she wants. She holds the scepter. She is sovereign. That's where we want to go. Alright, so let's see. We find ourselves in a place of restriction. However, that blindfold she could take off and she could walk away from those swords. So this is a mental entrapment. That's where we find ourselves. That's how we see ourselves, mentally entrapped. We need to not be mentally entrapped. We need to free our minds. So maybe by spending some time with yourself in quiet, you will understand who you are. It seems like there are a lot of personality aspects, attributes that are projections. Like a lot of the male energy, and this is coming from a female, me. But a lot of the male energy seems to be a lot of projected, men do this and so you do this. And it's a lot of projected stuff that, you know, men may really, may or may not do that. But we're told that they do, and so, you know, we're told that they always want to fight and they're violent, and I don't think that's true. I think men are not necessarily that. They are strong. But they don't necessarily have to do that. They can use their strength to, you know, work with cattle or work, you know, construction jobs. They can use their strength for lots of things. It doesn't have to be violent, and it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can be a good thing. Strength can be a really good thing. Anyway, so we are laying the foundation. We're putting in, some of us are putting in the work, and some of us are planting seeds to grow a new world. And some of us are seeing the results of that effort. The hopes and fears are that we want to get to a place of sovereignty. We want to get, you see the similarity here, we want to get to a place of riches and being able to have a good life and be able to do the things we want to do instead of doing things we don't want to do because we have to do them for money. So we want to get to that place. The fear is we won't get to that place. And the final outcome is walking away. We're walking away from all the things that society told us was, what we should be doing or what's in our best interests. You're a woman, so you should do this or be like this. It's a lot of projection. It's a lot of projection. Look around you this weekend and look at all the things that are being projected on you. Here you are, this little person showing up, and you don't know, and you're innocent. You just, minding your own business, drinking your water, as one of my tarot readers says. You have no, and then all of a sudden, thrust upon you, projections. You need to do this, you have to do this, you were in this family, so therefore this, and you're in this culture, therefore this, and one thing after another. Before you know it, you're loaded down with all kinds of crap, and you're trapped. You say, how can I do it? I'm this and that and the other thing, and how can I do it if I'm this and that and the other thing? And, well, anyway. It's all illusions. It's all crap. It's all illusions. It's all stuff that's thrust upon us, and it's not true. All you got to do is turn around and say, no, that's not true. When people project shit on me now, I say, well, that's interesting that you think those things, but none of that's true. None of that is going on internally. So you can project all you want. I listened to a reader today. He was projecting all over the place. He was projecting all over the place. And I was like, he doesn't know the first thing about anything that's going on with me, and yet he's projecting all these things. And I'm looking at it like, go ahead, buddy. Live in your own world. So, yeah, don't, if they're projecting on you, just walk away. It's not, anyway, try that this weekend. Try to be discerning enough. Discernment? Yeah. Try to be discerning enough to see that. Try to see where people are projecting on you, and they're saying things about you that aren't true. And, you're just accepting it. Oh, is that how I am? I mean, sometimes you're oblivious and you don't know how you are, and you go, oh, I didn't know I was doing that. But sometimes you know exactly who you are, and people are projecting shit on you, and you're like, no, I'm sorry, but you're projecting shit on me, and I'm not going to accept that. So, GFY. That's how that goes. You projecting crap on me. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity. Okay. Let's see what. New moon. New moon in Taurus. Prosperity lies ahead. Excuse me. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self-worth. This card suggests that you have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself and others will value you too. I heard that somewhere. You teach people how to treat you. You teach people how to treat you. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with a luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now's a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or a sexier times. Ooh. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Get or give a message. Oh, get or give a massage. Healthy body, healthy mind. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take some time out to pamper yourself. Start a standing order to a savings account. HODL. No matter how small. The teaching. We often feel that it's somehow wrong to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. Wow. So, yes, it's not, you're not enough. It's not, once you get there, it's always somebody else has more. No, it's all about, I have everything. I am ambitious and motivated. I have the power to create life that I love. It's all about empowerment. It's not about taking our power away. It's empowering you to see all the projections that are put on you. So that's it for this weekend. You gotta look real closely at all the projections being put on you. Cobra. Yeah, snakes kind of always do that. They're always kind of watching. Came out the other day. We have a lot of snakes here. And I came out the other day, and there was just a snake with his head on the porch, just sitting there waiting. And I walked out, dink, 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 with the dog, and we went out. But there's a snake hanging out. But we have snakes all the time because we have field mice all over the place. And man, I'm glad we have snakes because we don't have field mice in the house because of the snakes. So, yeah, I'm a happy person. And Cobra is not just a snake, but a cobra is fire. Pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. The cobra represents a teacher or a spiritual guardian. The cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the cobra is found deep within us in the form of the inner teacher and manifests externally in those special guides who've led us along our path. What would it feel like to be a student again? What are you ready to learn? Remember the old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. A student of life, humble and wise. Well, that's a very appropriate card for looking for those projections, looking for what people are laying on you. It's like an overlay. You have this little person that you are, and then all of a sudden they kind of put a projection and overlay on you, and now you're not this, you're something else because there's this other overlay over on the top of you. And changing cycles. You want to be yourself, and there's this overlay. So anyway, I hope that gave you a little bit of wisdom. I hope that gave you a little bit of guidance for the weekend, something to try out. We had fun. Now we're going to do a little bit of sleuthing, and we're going to look for those things and those people that are projecting things on us and forcing us to do and be who we are not. Anyway, we're walking away from that shit. I'm not sticking around. I am walking away from that shit. I know who I am, and I'm going to be who I am. Alright, if they don't like it, well, I don't care. GFY. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, 35. And comment if you will. Otherwise, have a good time, and I will see you soon.